Picture this. You ask your Salesforce agent a simple question. Which objects feed into customer lifetime value? It gives you a confident answer. That answer is wrong. Not wrong from any weakness in the model. Wrong because nobody ever handed it the map of your org. That gap between a smart model and a blind one has a name now. Google Cloud calls it the Open Knowledge Format, and today we build one in real time on top of a real Salesforce org using Claude code. Every company sitting on Salesforce has the same hidden mess. Table schemas sit in one place. Field definitions sit in a Notion page nobody updates. The join path between opportunity and account sits inside one senior admin's head, and that admin is on vacation this week. An AI agent trying to answer a real question has to stitch all of that together from scratch every single time. Google's own announcement says it plainly. Teams keep rebuilding the same context assembly pipeline for every new agent they ship. Scale that pain across a Salesforce org with 40 custom entities, 3 managed packages, and a metadata layer that grew for a decade. Your deployment isn't struggling from dumbness. It's struggling since the knowledge exists, but nothing hands it over in a shape a machine can trust. That's the exact gap Google Cloud built a new specification to solve. On June 12, 2026, Google Cloud's data team, led by Sam McVitie and Amir Hormati, published the Open Knowledge Format. This isn't a product, and it isn't a hosted platform. It's a specification. Strip away the buzzwords, and here's the whole idea. An OKF bundle is a directory of Markdown files. One file equals one concept, a table, a metric, an API, a runbook. Each entry carries a small block of structured metadata at the top, called YAML Frontmatter, with fields like type, title, description, and a timestamp. Below that block, plain Markdown explains the concept in normal language. Documents link to each other with ordinary Markdown links, so the directory turns into a graph. Your configuration starts at one entry, follows the links, and builds its own understanding of how your data connects. No SDK, no proprietary account, no new runtime to install. Google's own phrase for this is refreshingly blunt. Just Markdown, just files, just Frontmatter. And here's the detail your technical audience will appreciate most. Only one field in the whole spec is mandatory: type. Everything else is optional structure on top of a format any text editor already understands. Google shipped 3 proof pieces alongside the spec: an enrichment agent that scans a BigQuery schema and drafts concept documents automatically, a static visualizer that turns any bundle into an interactive graph with zero backend, and sample bundles from public datasets so anyone can explore the format before writing a single entry themselves. Quick pause. This is a tutorial, not just a demo reel. 4 things to have ready before the next section. 1. A Salesforce org where you hold system administrator access, since activating MCP servers and creating a connected app both require that permission level. 2. Claude code on your machine, plus an active Claude subscription or API access. 3. Node version 18 or newer, as the Salesforce tooling underneath this setup depends on it. 4. 5 minutes of patience after you create the connected app. Salesforce takes a short while to fully activate a fresh one. Grab a coffee. Don't panic if the first connection attempt fails. Got all 4? Good. Let's wire it up. Salesforce is basically the ideal test case for this idea, as Salesforce orgs are relational chaos by design. Custom entities, junction tables, lookup fields, master detail relationships, record types stacked on record types. And thanks to Salesforce's own hosted MCP servers, now generally available, Claude code can already talk to a running org directly. It pulls object schemas, field definitions, and relationship maps through the Model Context Protocol without a single custom integration written by hand. Put those 2 pieces together and you get something nobody has shown yet: Claude code walking a Salesforce schema through MCP, then turning that raw metadata into a clean OKF bundle your agents can actually reason over. Let's build it. 3 steps get Claude code talking to a real org. Activate the server, register a connected app, then point Claude code at it. Step 1. Activate the hosted MCP server. Inside Salesforce Setup, search for MCP servers and open the Salesforce Servers tab. Find the S-Object server in the list and click Activate. Before you leave this screen, copy 2 values shown on screen: the API name and the server URL. Both go into the terminal command coming up. Step 2. Register an external client app. Search Setup for External Client App Manager and start a new app. Name it something obvious like Claude MCP Client. Under OAuth settings, turn turn on Enable OAuth, enter the callback URL shown on screen, and select exactly 2 scopes, one for offline access and one for reaching the hosted servers. Under Security, turn on the PIC-C requirement and JWT-based access tokens, then turn off the 2 secret required checkboxes. Salesforce's own docs flag those exact toggles as the ones teams get wrong most often. Save the app, open its Settings tab, and copy the consumer key and consumer secret. Step 3. Connect from the terminal. In a terminal window, run the connection command shown on screen. When Claude Code asks for the consumer secret, paste that in. Then launch Claude Code, type /mcp to list connected servers, select the new one, and choose Authenticate. A browser tab opens for OAuth approval. Accept it, and the terminal confirms that server is active. Test it with one plain question. List every custom schema with more than 5 fields. Claude Code calls the schema tool, and within seconds the list appears. Clean, accurate, straight from the org itself. That confirms the pipe is working. Now for the interesting part. Quick troubleshooting. Server shows needs authentication forever. The connected app needs up to 30 minutes after creation before Salesforce fully activates it. Wait, then retry /mcp. Wrong org error. Double-check the server URL. Production and Sandbox use different paths. Consumer secret rejected. Confirm the callback URL matches exactly what is shown on screen with no trailing slash. Scopes error on Authenticate. The connected app must have exactly 2 OAuth scopes. A third one breaks the connection. Here is the prompt we give Claude Code, shown on screen in full. The key instruction: for each schema it pulls, write one OKF concept document with type, title, a plain language description, the field list, and cross-links to every related entity. Save everything into a new directory. Claude Code queries each schema through MCP, reads relationship fields, and starts writing. Watch the directory populate in real time. Open any entry, and it's exactly what the spec describes. A Frontmatter block naming the type as Salesforce object, a short human description, a Markdown field table, and a related concept section with links to every connected schema. Nobody typed these documents by hand. Claude Code turned raw Salesforce metadata into a navigable knowledge graph, and every entry is something a human teammate could open and understand in 10 seconds. Run the directory through Google's Open Validator, and it passes with 0 warnings. This isn't a rough sketch. It follows the actual specification line for line. Now the part that actually matters. Does any of this change what your deployment knows? Run 1. Before OKF exists, we ask an Agentforce agent which Salesforce entities and fields feed into customer lifetime value for this org. It gives a generic textbook answer, mentions opportunity amount, guesses at a contact field, and misses our custom renewal schema entirely. Technically plausible, practically useless. Run 2. After we point the same agent at the OKF directory, same question, word for word. This time it walks the graph, opens the renewal concept document, follows the link back to opportunity, and answers with the exact field names, the exact relationships, and the custom schema no generic answer could ever surface. That gap between those 2 answers is the entire value proposition in 30 seconds. The model behind both runs stays identical. Context is the only variable that shifts, and this time it's sat ready. Quick, honest comparison, as your technical audience will ask this anyway. Retrieval augmented generation grabs relevant text chunks at the moment a question arrives, then feeds those chunks into the prompt. It shines on messy, unstructured content, PDFs, support tickets, long-form articles. OKF takes a different path. Rather than rederiving an answer from scratch at query time, it stores a pre-built, cross-linked map that your configuration walks directly. Google's own summary is direct. RAG rederives knowledge from raw chunks on demand. An OKF bundle stores curated concepts. A configuration reads and updates on its own. For something as relational as a Salesforce schema, that distinction matters. A chunk of text about the opportunity table won't tell your configuration which 5 other entities depend on it. The linked concept document will, since the relationship is baked into the format itself, not guessed from surrounding paragraphs. The honest takeaway for builders: these 2 approaches complement each other rather than compete. Structured relational knowledge, like a Salesforce org, fits OKF naturally. Unstructured document archives still lean on retrieval. Most mature stacks will eventually run both side by side. Nobody needs a big rollout to try this. 1. Pick 5 concepts your deployment gets wrong most often. Maybe the top 3 custom schemas and 2 core metrics. 2. Point Claude code at your org through the same hosted MCP setup from today, and ask it to draft concept documents the same way. 3. Store that directory in your existing Git repository, right beside the code it describes. Changes go through pull requests just like everything else your team ships. 4. Give your configuration file access to that directory, and it starts reading real context before making any guess. 5 files, 1 afternoon. That's the whole barrier to entry. One disclosure worth stating clearly. This specification arrived just a few weeks before this video, and Google frames it as a starting point rather than a finished standard. The exact field list, the conformance rules, even some naming conventions could shift as more teams adopt it. Don't wire this into a production pipeline you can't easily update. Treat today's build as a proof, not a permanent architecture. That said, the underlying idea, plain files, plain links, zero lock-in, is stable enough to build real understanding on right now. 2 of Salesforce's biggest walls just came down at once. A metadata layer any admin could always read, now paired with a configuration that finally understands it the same way. Claude Code built that bridge in minutes, straight from an active Salesforce schema. The exact prompts and the sample bundle from this build are in the link below. And if this kind of practical, code-first Salesforce AI content is useful to you, the next video in this series digs into pushing an OKF directory straight into Google's knowledge catalog. See you in the next one.